We were founded back in 2002. We are one of the original manufacturers on the IP or on the SIP communications marketplace. We started back in 2002 with 1 and 2 line IP phones, simple IP phones, and 1 and 2 line, analog telephone adapters. And we have really grown over the last 15 years. It'll be 15 years next year. So over the last 14 and a half years, we have really morphed into a full business communications solutions provider. Everything on the IP phone side, everything from small business to enterprise to video phones. We now do video conferencing, which is obviously one of the things we're here to talk about today. We have networking equipment with gateways and ATAs. We have a whole line of award-winning IP PBXs. We have a line of IP video surveillance cameras. Free soft phone application, pretty much anything that you need or that any business needs to put in a full unified communication solution that supports both voice, video, data, and mobility for businesses can all be done all under the Grandstream brand. Very unique thing that we're able to offer to our customers and to our partners. We have just over 500 employees spread out throughout the world. We are headquartered here in Boston, Massachusetts, which is where I'm talking to you from today. Our headquarters are right here. Those of you that know Boston, we're about a half a block away from Fenway Park. So if you're ever in town for a Red Sox game, or if you're ever in Boston, stop by 126 Brookline Avenue above the Yard House to visit us. We do have a variety of other offices throughout the world, 2 other offices here in the United States, and then as you see a variety of international offices. There are a couple that aren't on there. For example, we have a new office in Malaysia as well as a couple other local support offices. And what the reason why we have all of these different locations is it gives us the ability to offer our customers local support in your local language, in your local time zone, whether you're in the United States, whether you're on the East Coast or on the West Coast, or in the middle of the country, or regardless of where you are throughout the world. We do primarily serve the small to medium-sized business marketplace. That's kind of been our hotspot for the 15 years that we've been in business. We do have a wide variety of products that are also great for enterprises. Our video conferencing solutions, our high-end enterprise IP phones, our video phones, which are some of the best-selling video phones in the world as well. So we kind of, we're able to touch into a lot of different marketplaces, and our products have really been deployed in tons of different, vertical industries, ranging from small to medium-sized businesses to enterprises to retail, security, colleges, universities. Those are just the ones that come to the top of my head. So anyway, let's jump into what we're here to talk about today, IPVideoTalk. I'm gonna give you a quick overview initially on kind of what IPVideoTalk is. It's a pretty simple concept. Then I'll kind of go through and show you basically all of the features that the platform has, and that's where, getting to know the web user interface. I'll basically just show you, everything you can do with IPVideoTalk, and then we'll wrap up with going over plans and pricing and kind of telling you how you can get access to IPVideoTalk. The easiest way for me to describe IPVideoTalk is that it takes a meeting hosted on any Grandstream GVC device, which we'll talk about the GVC devices coming up in a couple of slides. So any meeting that you hold on a Grandstream GVC device through IPVideoTalk can be turned into a comprehensive online meeting that can be joined either from other Grandstream GVC devices or via the web through Firefox, Chrome, and Opera, and we'll obviously increase the amount of browser support as we go. I'll tell you a little bit more about why those are the specific browsers we're working with at the moment. So basically what this allows you to do is to take any physical conference room, a meeting held in any physical conference room, any physical room anywhere in the world, and easily, seamlessly link that meeting through the cloud, through plug and play, no setup required, with other Grandstream devices anywhere in the world or with web users. The way to think about it is it's very similar to a Cisco WebEx platform, where it can stand as a video conferencing platform, and then I'll show you a little bit later on that the platform now supports holding webinars as well. So a lot of different things you can do with IPVideoTalk. But the easy way to explain it, as you kind of see here in the picture, is it takes any physical meeting hosted on a Grandstream GVC device, turns it into an online meeting that can be attended either from other Grandstream GVC devices or from web users. A couple of different things that we're going to talk about as I go and kind of explain to you a little bit more of how it works. The real easy way to think about it, like I said, is it's very similar to a Cisco WebEx type of platform. GoToMeeting as well. Full web browser support, full HD video, which is a pretty unique aspect. I'll tell you about that in a second. Surprisingly, full HD video is actually a pretty unique aspect. Screen sharing, the ability, just like you would any webinar, any meeting that you want to have, screen shares, link conference rooms together, allow web users, anyone to join from the web anywhere in the world, and we will very soon have an Android and an iOS application that also allows you to join these meetings from either of those mobile applications. Full support for HD audio. So that's more on the feature side of what IPVideoTalk has. So the first thing that we'll talk about here is the web attendance of IPVideoTalk meetings. So as I mentioned, it basically IPVideoTalk meetings or IPVideoTalk allows any meeting hosted on a Grandstream GVC device to be attended from the web or from other Grandstream GVC devices. I'm actually going to skip up a slide and then we'll come back to them. Every Grandstream GVC device comes preloaded with an IPVideoTalk account. You don't have to do anything to set it up. The IPVideoTalk account number is already basically set up and configured with every Grandstream GVC device, and simply all you have to do is go online or contact VoIP Supply to buy a plan or to activate a plan. And we'll get to this later on, but right now we're offering a wide variety of different free trials. Right now you can go sign up for IPVideoTalk and get at least a 2-month free trial without even putting a credit card or giving us any payment information. So you can fully go online, test the system out, use it for 2 to 3 months without paying anything. It's as I said, every Grandstream GVC device comes with IPVideoTalk accounts preloaded, and all you got to do is activate that account. And as I said, the great thing about that from the GVC side is that it allows these meetings to basically be held and set up plug and play with, true plug and play fashion seamlessly. You don't have to, as I said, the account's already there. All you got to do is activate it. There's nothing you have to do on your network side other than make sure the device has a network connection. IPVideoTalk is hosted, it's a cloud-based platform. I'll tell you in a little bit, it actually runs off of Amazon Web Services, which I'm sure many people are familiar with. One of the most reliable and the most widespread server companies in the world. Obviously, Amazon, one of the biggest online retailers in the world, and they now have this great network of server locations across the world, which allows us and a lot of other companies that run platforms on Amazon Web Services to allow a platform like IPVideoTalk to be used worldwide, to be used any country in the world, basically anywhere you can get a network connection, because it is backed by Amazon Web Services. So that's the conference room integration. And the great thing about, as we talked about, the GVC, IPVideoTalk, is it also allows you to have web users join. You see the little WebRTC icon in the lower left-hand corner. That is how we support web attendance. And that is why, as I mentioned earlier, currently IPVideoTalk is supported by Google Chrome, Firefox, and now Opera. And the reason why it's only on those 3 browsers, although those are pretty much 3 of the most popular browsers in the world, is because those are the only 3 browsers currently that actually support WebRTC. So the great thing about WebRTC is that anybody can join from any computer, any PC or Mac computer anywhere in the world without having to download any software, without having to download any plugins. That's the great thing about WebRTC. The meeting is streaming within a browser. All you have to do to join the meeting, as you see there, is you can either go to IPVideoTalk and type in the meeting number and your information, or if you sign up for a meeting or if you're invited to a meeting, just click the join link in the email and it will just open up a window in your browser. There's no other software to download. There's no plugins to download, and that is because of WebRTC. And as I mentioned, within the next couple of months, you will see we're going to come out with an iOS and an Android application for IPVideoTalk, which will also extend IPVideoTalk to any mobile user, whether they're on a smartphone or a tablet. I would expect the Android version to be out first. It's actually, you can actually go online on IPVideoTalk right now and download the beta version of the Android app. The iOS app should be coming soon. So that's kind of a quick little introduction into what IPVideoTalk is. Again, online video conferencing platform, cloud-based video conferencing platform that allows any meeting hosted on a Grandstream GVC device to be joined by web users, by any other Grandstream GVC device in true plug-and-play fashion, just by calling a simple 7-digit number. And soon to be also support for web users through our mobile applications. So for those of you that might not be all that familiar or might be new to our GVC 3200 series of video conferencing systems, I'll give you a quick little introduction into it here. As I mentioned, the way that the platform works currently is that every meeting has to be hosted on a GVC device. And regardless of where it's hosted or who's hosting it, as long as you have that initial host, it can be joined by any other GVC web users, and as I mentioned, soon to be mobile users as well. So our GVC 3200 series, there's the GVC 3200 and the GVC 3202. Without going too much into the differences between the devices, frankly, there's not a ton of differences between the 3200 and 3202. The easy way to think of it is the 3200 is the higher capacity version. The 3200 can support up to 9-way local hosting of video conferences, where the 3202 supports up to 3-way. And you'll see if you go look at ipvideotalk.com, there are 4 plan levels, and each plan level corresponds with various either GVC 3200s or 3202s. The 3202 is frankly, to kind of separate a little bit from IPVideoTalk, if you're going to be using the devices with a cloud platform, whether it be IPVideoTalk or any other cloud platform you may see out there, that's where the 3202 is a great option. Obviously, you're not relying on local mixing, so the capacity of the device to mix video itself isn't that important. So anyway, back to the high-level view of the 3200 series. Came out with it just about a year ago, actually. It was June of last year, so about a year, 13 months ago. And in that time, it has become, it has really made waves throughout the video conferencing marketplace. Basically, this device, it breaks down, we designed it to break down so many of the traditional barriers that kept businesses out of video conferencing. We all know that traditionally, video conferencing was extremely expensive. It was extremely complicated, not only to install and to use, and it was also basically locked you into using one specific vendor. If you had a Cisco unit, you had to use a Cisco platform. And so we designed our 3200 to be basically to break down all of those problems. It is super easy to install and super easy to use. It's one of the only Android-based video conferencing devices on the market, which makes it extremely easy to use. It's an entire application-based user interface. If you've ever used a smartphone or a tablet, this device will be extremely intuitive and very easy for you to use. It is extremely easy to install as well, which makes it very easy to manage. All you got to do is connect this device to your TV monitors, to your GAC 2500, which is our conference phone that comes with the device at no extra cost. And you connect it to your network, and that's it. 3-step installation, very easy to use. And the best part of it, and not just in my opinion, but in the market's opinion, is the number 3 bullet point that you see there: easy interoperability. We're obviously here talking about IPVideoTalk, which is our own video conferencing, web conferencing platform here today. But the great thing about our GVC series is that because they're a SIP device and because it's an H323 device, it can support any SIP platform and any H323 platform. Whether it be a cloud platform, whether it be an in-network platform, if you're looking to add an existing or a new endpoint to an existing network, don't go out and spend the 30 to 40 grand you'll have to spend to go get some of, you know, the Cisco or the Polycom units. When you can get our unit, it does everything that those units will do, and it's much, much cheaper, and it gives you the ability going forward to basically pick and choose the platforms you're going to want to use. So though we're here talking about IPVideoTalk today, which super cost-effective, very easy platform made for the GVC. The GVC also will support, as I mentioned, any other H323 or SIP platform that you may want to use now or in the future. So that was kind of taking a step back and looking more at the hardware, the host device, the GVC 3200 and GVC 3202, which are every IPVideoTalk meeting needs to be hosted on one of those devices. So now we'll kind of go through some more of the specific features about how IPVideoTalk and how it's actually used, in addition to just what it is. I mentioned screen sharing earlier. You know, the same way that I would, you know, the same way that I'm sharing my screen with you or a presentation with you now, IPVideoTalk supports as well. Actually, I would say that probably the next time that we do a webinar like this, or any webinar with VoIP Supply, we'll probably end up doing it actually through IPVideoTalk instead of our Click Meeting platform, as we now, as I'll tell you in a second, support a variety of webinar features as well. Screen sharing kind of being one of them. Obviously, it's a general meeting feature. It's also a great webinar feature. There's a couple of different ways to do this. You can either connect the computer that you want to share its screen or presentation or video with directly to a GVC device that is on the meeting, either the host or a participant GVC. And the other thing is we now actually support screen sharing. I believe it's through Mozilla Firefox. And so within the next couple of months, I would imagine that we'll be able to support the wireless screen sharing just through the browser. Currently, as I mentioned, it's supported for Firefox. It should be supported for all the other WebRTC browsers very soon. So full screen sharing functionality, full HD video quality. This was something that kind of surprised me a little bit when I started looking into a lot of the other similar services that are out there that are similar to IPVideoTalk. Believe it or not, many of them actually do not support full HD video. Or you have to buy a really high-end plan to get support for full HD video. All IPVideoTalk, full support for full 1080p HD video resolution, just to make sure and to ensure that your meetings, that your conferences are always the video quality and also the audio quality, but specifically here the video quality is as good as possible with support for full 1080p video resolution. Obviously, people are always going to ask about security features, and you're going to find it's got really, all of the same great security features that you're used to from, GoToMeeting platform or Cisco WebEx that you may have used. Obviously, everything in the entire interface, your entire account is fully password protected. Also, we have built into IPVideoTalk a variety of different encryption and firewall services. You can kind of read a little bit more about it there. But basically, all traffic is encrypted, both the signaling, the audio, and the video, using AES, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, which is commonly referred to throughout the market as bank-grade encryption technology. So that's built into IPVideoTalk, and then obviously, as I mentioned earlier, IPVideoTalk is run on Amazon Web Services servers, and Amazon Web Services, in addition to everything that I'm talking to you about, offers us and anyone using the platform a wide variety of encryption, firewall protection, in addition to what we have built in. So it is really a extremely secure platform, not just your account, and not just your meetings, but also the back end of the entire platform running on Amazon Web Service. So now we'll go into basically getting to know the user interface, but it's really just kind of touching on some of the features that you're probably wondering, does the platform have? So again, it really is, if you've ever held a meeting or if you've ever used GoToMeeting or WebEx, you're going to find it's really exactly very similar to that business model. There's frankly a very established business model for web conferencing, for online meetings. And you'll see that we reflect that, and we've even made a couple of things even more streamlined and easier for you. Obviously, the ability of the platform to just very natively integrate with any GVC device in a plug-and-play fashion. But now we're talking about, scheduling meetings, adding contacts, whatnot. So to start a meeting, it really is 3 quick and easy steps. You log into your account, you kind of go through and you give the meeting information, who's invited, when, what the meeting is called, what the GVC host device is. Then you would invite participants. You also, if you're doing a webinar, you could also have the ability to generate a registration link to allow people to sign themselves up. And then you just simply meet and collaborate when the meeting is scheduled. So in terms of the scheduling, you see a little bit of a screenshot of it on the right-hand side of the screen there. As you see, it's a very streamlined, very simple, very clean user interface. Right here from this screen, you go through, you plan your meetings, you can view schedules, you can, the system has the ability and automatically sends out meeting reminders to not only the host devices, but everyone that is either registered for the meeting or that you have added as a participant. And all of this information, the scheduling, the viewing the scheduling new meetings is available from the web user interface, which is the account interface that we see here, and also from any GVC device on an active IPVideoTalk plan. So full conference scheduler, which not only gives you a lot of different options there, also proactively reminds you. As you'll see coming up, our system now has the ability to also send out automatic email responses after a meeting with everyone that attended. I kind of talked about this before. In terms of how to sign up for IPVideoTalk, a couple of different ways you can do it. The best way from our end is to purchase IPVideoTalk plans up front when you buy a Grandstream GVC device from VoIP Supply. When you do that, we will build in that 2-month free trial, so you will basically get 14 months for the price of 12 months. So that's a great option if you're buying new GVCs. If you already have a GVC, all you got to do is actually go to IPVideoTalk.com, sign up for a plan, and you will get a 2 or a 3 month. It says 1 or 2 month. It's actually 2 or 3 month free trial just on by going to IPVideoTalk.com. Once that free trial expires, as I mentioned earlier, you can sign up without putting any payment information down. Before your free trial expires, we will contact you and basically direct you to go back to VoIP Supply to purchase the specific IPVideoTalk plans from VoIP Supply. Contacts, the ability to add contacts into your account, which would make inviting people to meetings even quicker and easier. We actually also have the ability to import and export contacts through this portal. Believe it can be done just simply through a CSV or a Microsoft Excel file, which can be uploaded or exported, frankly, from anywhere. So the ability to, easily add in contacts so that when you set up meetings, you can just pretty much go drag and drop, click on people from your contacts, making setting up meetings even quicker and easier. The managed devices, you maybe saw that in one of the previous screenshots. This is just where you would go once you create your account to officially basically activate your account, where obviously any IPVideoTalk account needs to be linked to a Grandstream GVC device. This is where you would go enter in the MAC address and basically give the device a name. And once you do that, your IPVideoTalk account would be good to go. And if you in the future want to add devices to your account, you can do that very easily by just going into that. If you want maybe have a variety of devices that you want to be able to host meetings on, you can very easily go online and add those devices. Plans and subscriptions, this is a pretty self-explanatory one. There's right there in the picture, the was it 1, 2, 3, 4th from the left is plans, which you can just go online and basically see your existing plan. If you have a couple of different plans on a couple of different devices, which is also an option, you could marry them all under one account, in which case that's basically what we have set up here at Grandstream. That's the screenshot you see there, where we have a lot of different devices spread out throughout the world, all married here under one account to make it even easier to use. So basically you can have different plans for different offices, for different conference rooms, but they can all be accessible from the same account. System settings, pretty self-explanatory there. This is where you would go in and create administrators for your account, who would manage, basically who's the point person who will manage the account. You can edit the name of your account. You can actually customize your interface so that it says your company name in it rather than Grandstream. So everything we've talked about up to this point, as I mentioned, has been about meetings or conferences. You know, to really get the full bang for your buck out of a platform like this, and one of the other things that makes this platform so great is it's not just a web conferencing platform, but it is also a webinar platform. So you can use it to hold your own internal meetings and also use it to hold webinars with prospective clients or with, you know, however you hold webinars. Have the ability when you go basically set up a meeting, you see it in the top right. Sorry, it's a little blurry. I'm not quite sure why that is. But there's a little checkbox when you're setting up the meeting to basically allow participant registration. When you click that box, it will automatically generate a sign-up link or a sign-up page like you see there. You can send that link out or post that and have people sign up through that way. IPVideoTalk will obviously send them automatic emails when they sign up. It will remind them before the meeting. It will send them, you know, when the meeting starts, a reminder as well. So not just meetings or conferences, but also full webinar support, the ability to, you know, something you don't see here, but to speak more on the registration features for webinars, the ability to have all attendees muted, a lot of other functionality there as well. We have a full chat into that we have built into IPVideoTalk. Which, you know, great for webinars, obviously. Like you see here in the lower left-hand corner, a chat for this platform. We obviously have our own chat to allow, you know, webinars to run smoother, people to communicate, ask questions through the chat during webinars. So that's pretty much, you know, one of the newer things we've added in the last couple of months is comprehensive full support for webinars through this registration feature, the ability to have people sign up, and then a variety of features within the meeting interfaces, the chat, the ability to mute all attendees, whatnot, that make it ideal for webinars. So some of the other things that we've added recently, we actually just a couple of weeks ago, go back to one of the slides you saw earlier, we now support PSTN access. There's a variety of different phone numbers for different cities in the world that allow you to basically, if somebody needs to call in from a regular phone number or they're out of the office, they can very easily do so this way through a PSTN line, instead of, basically this extends IPVideoTalk meetings not only to other GVC devices and web users and mobile users, but now also to PSTN users as well, with a variety of local phone numbers to basically obviously eliminate the need for long distance dialing. And you kind of see it there, that in the picture here, this is an email that would be sent out when you sign up or register for a meeting, and it will automatically show you the local number that is suggested for you if you want to call in from a PSTN line, and you can also click view all numbers to see the other options that you may have. And real quickly, here are the local PSTN phone numbers we have currently set up, and as you see, throughout the world, locations in pretty much every major population area of the world. And again, what allows us to do this is that the system is backed on Amazon Web Services and is therefore fully scalable worldwide. This goes back to what I was talking about before in terms of meeting control. Some of these are great specifically for webinars, but more generally, some of the extra meeting control options we offer, the ability to auto answer for attendee calls. When somebody calls the host GVC, for example, it will automatically answer their call rather than it having to manually be answered. The ability to display attendees, list, and status, just like you see, the attendee list here, same thing through IPVideoTalk. You have the ability to, something that actually frankly annoyed us for a while, that the system's originally set for, a lot of other systems are set like this too, that when somebody arrives at a webinar, it'll play a beep to kind of notify you that they're there. That can get annoying sometimes. We give you the ability to turn it on and off. Just like also you can turn on and off the chat. You can turn it on and off the ability to mute attendees on entry, which for any webinar, you're definitely going to want to do. Anybody who holds a meeting or a conference or webinars probably more specifically, you want to be able to know who attended, how long did they attend, what was, kind of what were the trends of the webinar, statistics, duration, all that kind of information, interest level, activity. The system automatically generates meeting reports for every meeting held and emails that to the either the email address set as the host or to the administrator of the account. You can log into the interface and view these as well. But one kind of unique thing we do, which I actually haven't seen too many other services like this do, is we automatically send out a meeting report for every meeting as soon as the meeting ends, either to the host email address or to the administrator of the account. Also, automated thank you emails are sent out to all participants. This again is another great feature for webinars. You can actually go through, and you see it in the top left box there. You can basically set exactly what you want that email to say right there, full customizable, and the system will automatically send it out after the email, or excuse me, after the meeting ends. So looks like the last thing I got for you here before we bring in VoIP Supply to kind of tell you a little bit about VoIP Supply is the plans and the pricing. And you see it here, there are 4 different plans here. My best advice would be to go to IPVideoTalk.com where you can get more information. You can see videos of IPVideoTalk meetings in action in our Learning Center. If you click on that Learning Center tab on IPVideoTalk.com, there's a lot of great information in there. And on the pricing page, you'll see all of the information that you see here. Variety of plans basically to appeal to businesses of all different sizes. We have a small business plan, which is, $25 a month, supports up to 8 attendees. For up to 25 attendees, we have a basic plan. Up to 50, we have the Pro plan. And then we have a Plus plan, which says that it maxes out at 100 participants, but the Plus plan can be customized pretty much based on whatever you need. If you need support for more than 100 users, we can do that as well. So that's why the Plus plan says contact us for pricing, because it's more of a customizable plan. But as you see there, you see the support and all the features it offers, full 1080p video, variety of support for video presenters, the PSTN access, the web access, soon to be the mobile access, and you're getting all of that for $25, $39, or $55 a month. So for more information, head over to IPVideoTalk.com. There's a learning center where you can get more information, find out more about it, see it in action, and then a pricing page which you can get more information and then sign up for free trials there. If you do already have a GVC, if you don't, or you're looking to buy one, buy from VoIP Supply and buy IPVideoTalk plans for it up front. And you'll, as I mentioned, you will always on every plan get at least a 2-month free trial, and as you see, the small business plan actually offers you a 3-month free trial. All right, so that actually pretty much wraps up the IPVideoTalk portion of the webinar. I'm going to turn it over to Jeff from VoIP Supply, who's going to tell you a little bit about VoIP Supply, and then if you do have any questions at the end, feel free to start typing them over, and we'll do a little Q&A after we hear from Jeff. So Jeff, go ahead.
We have trainings with Grandstream at least every quarter, and those trainings they'll involve our marketing team, our sales team, our technical support team, customer service team, everyone that would actually need to know something about these products. We make sure that everybody's educated and up to date on what Grandstream has to offer. The little sign you see over there on the right, it's to be the change. It's just a little thing that we have around here. We're a B Corp. So what being a B Corp basically means is that we kind of give back to our community, and it's something where we try to take care of the employees we have here at VoIP Supply. We have to go out and do different community events. Usually we're doing some type of charity event once a month. We're making sure we're like a green environment where we're recycling everything we can, whether that be electronics or paper products or anything like that. So it's something that we just like to do. We give back to the community here in Buffalo, New York. We're trying to get out there once a month, if not more. It's just something that we really take advantage of. It's not really easy for a for-profit company to become part of. It was quite the process to get in there, so it's something that we do like to brag a little bit about. If you could just go over to the next slide, please. So like we were talking, we do provide a lot of Grandstream hardware, but we're more than that too. We do our VoIP fulfillment. That would be someone who is more reselling this product. So we would help you with your ordering. We would help you with your shipping. We would help you with any configurations you need to get out there. We will stock product for you. It's something that you can really take advantage of now that we have warehouses on both the East and West Coast. Being in Buffalo, New York, the weather can be an issue sometimes, so that's why we did implement the warehouse out on the West Coast, so we never have to worry about things like that. So it's something that would be nice to take advantage of, let you focus more on your business, and we deal with all the legwork, the shipping and the ordering and all that kind of stuff. We also do have different programs that will allow you guys to earn commissions. So you don't have to be a VoIP expert. You can just be someone who sends us referral traffic. So if you have anyone that's looking to purchase some Grandstream products and VoIP products from us, if you send them to us, we will pay you out on a referral commission. It's something that we like to take advantage of. We think that's the best way to get new customers, and we have these programs in place to kind of help you out. As you know, Grandstream does provide that whole solution, and we are educated fully on all the products they have to offer, so we want to make sure that from down to your PBX to your video conferencing solution, we have all that here to offer to you. We also do refurbished equipment too, and we'll buy back old equipment. So say you have the older Grandstream models from when they first started in 2002 and you're looking to upgrade to the newer ones. What we can do is we can buy back older models, and we can either pay you in cash for that or just give you a credit to your new Grandstream purchase and kind of take it from there. And the refurbished models, that if you want to buy too, they go through a 10-step process. They're cleaned, they're made sure that they look great, they're updated with the newest firmware. So if you're looking to save a couple dollars, there are those products out there too. It's a nice thing that we do. We do it here in-house, kind of goes along with the B Corp, where we want to be recycling the products and things like that. Also, we're not just here to sell you a product. We do have a ton of educational material on our site. We have different buyer's guides and different pages on our site that kind of just explain what the technology is, explain what products have to offer. We do have our VoIP Insider blog that's always talking about different ways to improve your business and things like that. VoIP is not an easy thing to wrap your head around, so we just want to make sure that we're here to also provide some information for you to learn, figure out what benefits of VoIP you can gain in your office and how it's going to make things better for you. And here we just have our contact information. So when you're ready to purchase one of the Grandstream units, the GVC 3200 to 3202, you can go right onto our site. They're right there. And then you can also choose your IPVideoTalk as a drop-down menu. You can go set it, and you can have the 2 months free there, or then you can choose which plan you want to get. And then also understand that everybody wants to jump on the phone, so there's different ways to contact us through any social media avenues, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. We have that there. We have the chat feature on our website, so when you jump onto the Grandstream manufacturer page, a chat box will pop up. So if you have any questions, whether that be about product availability or product compatibility, or is it going to ship today, and stuff like that, feel free to contact our experts. Like I said, we meet with Grandstream once a quarter at the very least, if not more often, to just get educated on all the products, compatibility, how they work, but also any new products that are out there. We want to make sure that when Grandstream is introducing a new product, that when the customer, you guys hear about it, that we're already educated on it. We know everything there is to know. So if you call us, we'll have the answers for you. That's kind of really all I had today. I want to thank everybody for kind of coming out, taking some time today. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. Thanks, Phil.
VoIP Supply is a leading internet retailer of voice-over IP hardware with over 125,000 customers worldwide. Click subscribe to stay up to date on the latest from VoIP Supply and VoIP technology. Thanks for watching.